That's right.
Okay, well, you're going to read a book to me today, right?
I think so.
Okay, what is it?
It's called The Invisible Boy
Oh.
by Trudy, Ludwig, and it's illustrated by Patrice Barton.
Okay, you ready?
If you are.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. Can you see Brian, the invisible boy? Even Mrs. Carlotti has trouble noticing him in her classroom. She's too busy dealing with Nathan and Sophie.
Wow, he's all black and white.
Yeah, it's hard to see him.
Huh.
Nathan has problems with what Mrs. Carlotti calls volume control. He uses his outside voice inside too much. Sophie whines and complains when she doesn't get her way. Nathan and Sophie take up a lot of space. Brian doesn't.
Aww.
When the bell rings for recess, Micah and JT take turns choosing kids for their kickball teams. The best players get picked first. Then the best friends of the best players. Then the friends of the best friends. Only Brian is left, still waiting and hoping. I know.
Poor Brian.
Poor Brian. JT glances in Brian's direction and just as quickly looks away. We've got enough players for each team, he tells the others. Let's play ball.
Oh, that's so mean.
Look, he's so sad.
He is.
In the cafeteria, Madison and her friends talk about her birthday party. The rope swing over the pool was awesome, says JT. Yeah, so was the water slide, says Fiona. That was the best pool party ever. I'm so glad you guys had fun, said Madison. Everybody did, except Brian. He wasn't invited. That's
so rude. They're talking about a birthday party that he wasn't even at, and he's right there.
He's right there. At choosing time, while the other kids play board games and read, Brian sits at his table doing what he loves to do best. He draws fire-breathing dragons, scaling tall buildings, space aliens locked in intergalactic battles, greedy pirates digging for treasure, and superheroes with the power to make friends wherever they go.
That one looks like a cookie.
Chocolate chip.
Yes, my favorite.
On Monday morning, Mrs. Carlotti introduces Justin, a new student, to the class. Brian smiles shyly at him. Some of the other kids sneak looks at Justin, trying to figure out if he's cool enough to be their friend. They haven't quite made up their minds yet. At lunch, Madison and JT watch Justin eat with chopsticks. What's that? Asked Madison as she points at Justin's food. It's bulgogi. What? Bulgogi. It's Korean barbecued beef. My grandma made it for me. It's really good. Do you want to try some? There's no way I'd eat boogergi. And the kids laugh. All of them, except, that is, Brian. He sits there wondering which is worse, being laughed at or feeling invisible.
Both. That's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that beef looks delicious.
Are you hungry?
Yeah.
Me too. The next day, when Justin goes to his cubby to put away his backpack, he notices a piece of paper with his name on it. And it says, Justin, I thought the bulgogi looked good. Brian. Yum. At morning recess, Brian finds a piece of chalk on the ground and starts drawing away. You're Brian, right? Yeah. Thanks for the note.
Aww.
Hey, Justin, Emilio calls out from the tetherball court. You're up next. Sorry, I gotta go, says Justin. By the way, that's a really cool drawing, he adds before taking off.
Aw, he's so sweet.
See?
Look, it's a little alligator or something.
Yeah.
Or is that a dragon?
It might be a dragon. Back in class, Mrs. Carlotti asked the kids to team up in 2s or 3s for a special project. The kids scurry around the room to pair off. Brian heads towards Justin. I'm already with Justin, says Emilio. Find someone else.
That's rude.
It is. Brian looks at the floor, wishing he could draw a hole right there to swallow him up.
Aw.
Mrs. Carlotti said we can have up to 3 people in our group. We're only 2. Come on, Emilio, let him work with us. Okay, I guess. So,
Well, at least he's trying.
Brian's starting to get a little color in here.
Yeah, look at that.
Hmm.
I like his green shirt.
Mrs. Carlotti gives the class directions for the project. Your assignment is to work together to write a story about what you see in that photograph. Use your imagination and have fun. Whoa, cool, says Emilio. What kind of people do you think would live in houses like that? See all those houses?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I bet Brian could draw them to go with our story, says Justin. Brian smiles as he takes out his lucky pen.
Aw, good for Justin. Getting Brian involved. That's super cool.
And now he's all color.
Because he's happy.
And they see him. And there they are working on it and drawing.
Aw.
And he's got scissors. And,
Look at his hat.
and they display the crooked story we made up on the spot. With a dinosaur.
And a shark.
And a shark. Okay. It's lunchtime again, Brian's least favorite part of the day. Another 20 long minutes of kids talking and laughing with everyone else but him.
Aw.
Brian, he hears someone shout. Hey, Brian, over here. Brian turns and sees Justin waving him over. Emilio nods at Brian as he makes room for him at the table.
Yay! He's got friends now.
2 friends. Cookie? Thanks. Maybe, just maybe, Brian's not so invisible after all.
Oh, that's so great.
Look.
He made friends.
He did.
Aw. And he's in color.
All in color. Technicolor.
Yeah.
Perfect. Wonderful.
Yay.
And that is the end of the story.
Oh, thank you so much for reading to me.
Well, thank you for being here with me.
Well,
It
thanks.
was fun.
Yeah, I really like that book.
Me too.
I'm so glad he made friends. It's really important to have friends.
It is.
and to not shut people out. That's so mean.
I know. I felt invisible when I was young.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But friends make everything good.
Yeah,
And you come out of
they
it.
do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and something I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video is that this is also the father of one of our new puppeteers, Caitlin. So keep an eye out for her. All right. Well, thanks so much for coming in.
Well, thank you for having me.